In a world that races against the clock, where thoughts whirl like a relentless storm and the badge of busyness wears thin on our souls, we stand at the crossroads of choice. Imagine a different path, one less traveled, winding away from the chaos of overthinking and the exhaustion of overworking, a path that beckons with the promise of peace and the gentle power of trust. This is not just a journey, it's an awakening, an invitation to pause, breathe, and discover the transformative art of truly living. As we embark on this voyage together, let's unravel the beauty of balance, the strength in stillness, and the profound wisdom in starting to trust. Welcome to a journey within, a journey towards a life not just survived, but profoundly and beautifully lived. Welcome to a journey unlike any other, a journey within. In our bustling world, we often find ourselves caught in the relentless cycle of overthinking and overworking, constantly striving for perfection and control. But have you ever paused to wonder, is there a different way to experience life? Today, we explore a transformative philosophy that beckons us to balance thought, work, and an essential, yet often overlooked element, trust. This is not just a journey of the mind or body, but of the soul. Together, we'll uncover the profound impact of stepping back from relentless analysis and labor, and instead, embracing the gentle power of trust. Let's begin by diving into the intricate web of overthinking. It starts subtly, a thought here, a worry there, until gradually, it envelops our mind, chaining us to endless cycles of what-ifs and should-haves. Overthinking is like an uninvited guest that overstays its welcome, turning our mind into a battleground of constant noise. It robs us of the present, planting us firmly in the realms of past regrets and future anxieties. But why do we overthink? At its core, overthinking is often rooted in fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or fear of not being in control. It's a protective mechanism, an attempt to foresee and forestall every possible outcome. However, this overanalysis creates an illusion, a false sense of control, while in reality, it paralyzes us, holding us back from action and from life itself. Consider the story of Anna, a bright and ambitious marketing executive. Anna's mind is a constant whirlwind of thoughts. She replays conversations, strategizes every decision, and agonizes over every outcome. While this meticulousness might seem beneficial, it's a double-edged sword. Anna's overthinking doesn't stop at work. It follows her home, tainting her personal life with restlessness and dissatisfaction. She's trapped in her mind, unable to break free from the chains of her own thoughts. Now, picture this scenario in countless lives around the globe. Overthinking is not just an individual battle. It's a collective one. It shapes our culture, our work, and our relationships. But it doesn't have to be this way. There's a path that leads away from this turmoil, a path towards trust and peace. But before we embark on this path, we must first understand the other half of this tumultuous duo, overworking. In a world that glorifies busy as a badge of honor, overworking has become a societal norm. We measure our worth by our productivity, our success by our exhaustion. But at what cost? Overworking is not just working hard. It's working beyond our limits, ignoring the silent pleas of our body and mind for rest and reflection. Overworking manifests in different forms. It's the burning of the midnight oil, the skipped meals, the ignored calls of loved ones, all in the name of just one more task. But this relentless pursuit of achievement leads to a barren landscape where joy and satisfaction wither away. The consequences are severe: burnout, strained relationships, and a life that feels more like a never-ending treadmill than a fulfilling journey. Take the case of David, a dedicated software developer. David's life is his work. He codes through the night, fueled by caffeine and the relentless pressure to outperform. Sleep is a luxury, and personal time is a distant memory. On the surface, David is the epitome of success. But beneath the facade lies a different truth, a truth mired in exhaustion, alienation, and a profound sense of emptiness. David, like many, is caught in the overworking trap, sacrificing his well-being at the altar of productivity. As we explore the depths of overworking, we must ask ourselves, is this the life we yearn for? A life where the quantity of work overshadows the quality of our moments? The answer, for most, is a resounding no. Yet breaking free from this trap is not a matter of mere decision. It requires a profound shift in perspective, a shift that begins with the realization of imbalance. It often takes a moment of profound realization for us to see the imbalance in our lives. This moment can come softly, like the first light of dawn, or it can strike like a thunderbolt, jolting us awake from our slumber of routine. It's in this moment that we first recognize the unsustainable rhythm of our lives, constantly thinking, constantly working, yet barely living. Imagine standing at the edge of a serene lake, watching your reflection in the still water. This reflection is your life, every thought, every action, every moment. Now, imagine a stone thrown into this lake, disrupting the stillness, creating ripples that distort your reflection. This is what overthinking and overworking do to our lives. They disrupt our peace, distort our perception, and distance us from our true selves. But what if, in that moment of realization, a different stone is cast? A stone of trust? Trust in ourselves to make the right choices, trust in others to be our partners in this journey, and trust in life to unfold as it should. This trust doesn't disrupt, it heals. It smooths the ripples, clears the distortions, and allows us to see our true reflection once again. This is the turning point, the moment we choose a different path. Consider Sarah, a seasoned journalist known for her meticulous nature. A relentless worker and thinker, she prided herself on her ability to control every aspect of her life. But one day, amidst the chaos of deadlines and demands, Sarah realized the cost of her lifestyle. She was missing out on life's simple pleasures, family dinners, leisurely walks, the joy of spontaneity. With this realization, Sarah's journey towards trust and balance began. It wasn't easy, but the promise of a more harmonious life propelled her forward. Understanding trust is akin to learning a new language, the language of the heart. It's not about naively handing over control of our lives, but about opening ourselves to the possibilities that come with letting go of excessive control. Trust is multifaceted. It's about trusting ourselves, trusting others, and trusting the journey of life. Trusting ourselves means believing in our intuition, our abilities, and our worth. It's about acknowledging that we are capable, resilient, and equipped to face life's challenges. It's about accepting that we are not infallible, that making mistakes is part of learning and growing. Trusting others is about building connections based on respect, understanding, and mutual support. It's about opening our hearts and minds to the beauty of collaboration and the strength of collective wisdom. It's about recognizing that we are not alone in this journey, that others too are navigating their own paths, and that together, we can create a tapestry of shared experiences and insights. And then, there's trusting the journey of life. This might be the most challenging aspect of trust, for it requires us to embrace uncertainty, to accept that not everything is within our control. It's about understanding that life is a dynamic flow of events, a dance of countless possibilities. It's about recognizing that sometimes, the best thing we can do is to flow with the current, to be present in each moment, and to find peace in the knowledge that we are part of something larger than ourselves. In our journey of trust, there will be moments of doubt, moments when the familiar pull of overthinking and overworking tries to reel us back into the depths. But it's in these moments that trust becomes our anchor, our steady guide back to the surface, back to the light of balance and peace. With the seeds of realization sown and the understanding of trust beginning to bloom, we now embark on the actual journey, a journey that starts with a single, deliberate step towards incorporating more trust into our lives. This path is not about grand gestures or sudden, sweeping changes. Rather, it's a series of small, intentional steps, each one moving us closer to a life of balance and serenity. Imagine the journey of trust as a path through a dense, uncharted forest. The canopy above is thick, the underbrush is denser, and the way forward is not always clear. This is the terrain of our old habits and fears, familiar yet confining. Embarking on this journey requires courage. It requires us to trust the compass of our heart, even when the destination is not in sight. The first steps are often the hardest. We may falter, face setbacks, and confront our deeply ingrained patterns of overthinking and overworking. Like a boat leaving the safety of the harbor, we might feel unsteady, vulnerable. But with each step, with each act of trust, we venture further into the open waters of life's possibilities. Let's revisit Sarah, the journalist on her quest for balance. Sarah's first steps involved setting boundaries at work and dedicating time for herself and her family. It was uncomfortable at first, facing the raised eyebrows of colleagues and her own inner critic. But as she persisted, as she trusted in the importance of her well-being, the path slowly became clearer, illuminated by her newfound resolve and the support of those who understood her journey. One of the most profound lessons on this journey is the art of letting go, releasing the tight grip of control we often believe is necessary for our survival and success. Letting go is not about negligence or apathy. It's about discerning what truly matters and releasing what does not serve our highest good. In learning to let go, we confront our deepest fears, the fear of uncertainty, the fear of not being enough, the fear of losing what we cling to for security. But in this confrontation lies liberation. As we let go, we create space for creativity, for peace, for growth, and for trust to flourish. The act of letting go transforms our relationships as well. It allows us to interact with others from a place of openness and authenticity. Trusting others doesn't mean expecting perfection or never encountering disappointment. It means valuing the connection for what it is, a dance of give and take, a shared journey of growth and understanding. It means recognizing that everyone, including ourselves, is doing the best they can with the knowledge and resources they have at the moment. For Sarah, learning to let go meant entrusting her team with responsibilities she previously hoarded, fearing that no one else could meet her exacting standards. It meant stepping back and allowing others the space to shine, to make mistakes, and to learn. This not only fostered a more collaborative and empowered team environment, but also liberated Sarah from the self-imposed pressure of solitary perfection. As we continue our journey, the concept of mindfulness emerges as a guiding light, illuminating the path of trust. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, embracing life as it unfolds, free from the chains of past regrets and future anxieties. It's about observing our thoughts and actions without judgment, understanding that each moment is a precious gift to be cherished, not a hurdle to be overcome. Incorporating mindfulness into our journey of trust allows us to navigate the waters of life with a calm, steady presence. It helps us recognize the beauty in the ordinary, the lessons in the challenges, and the growth in the stillness. Mindfulness teaches us that trust is not just about the grand gestures of surrender. It's also about the small, everyday acts of acceptance and presence. Practicing mindfulness can start with something as simple as mindful breathing, taking a few moments each day to focus solely on the rhythm of our breath, feeling the life force that gently flows within us. It's in these moments of quiet presence that we often hear the whispers of our inner wisdom, guiding us towards choices that resonate with our true essence. Sarah, on her journey, discovered the power of mindfulness in her daily routine. She began to start her day with a few minutes of meditation, centering herself before the whirlwind of daily tasks. She practiced being fully present in her interactions, listening intently, and speaking from the heart. These practices didn't just enhance her sense of peace, they also deepened her connections with others, creating a work environment rooted in trust and mutual respect. Finding harmony between our professional commitments and personal well-being is perhaps one of the most challenging aspects of our journey. It requires us to redefine our understanding of success, to recognize that true achievement is not measured by the length of our to-do list, but by the quality of our moments and the richness of our experiences. Balancing work and trust doesn't mean shunning ambition or neglecting responsibilities. It's about approaching our work with intention and mindfulness, recognizing when to push forward and when to pull back. It's about trusting in our abilities and our efforts, understanding that our worth is not defined by our productivity, but by our humanity. This balance also involves trusting the natural flow of our lives. It's about understanding that there are seasons for everything, seasons of growth and seasons of rest, seasons of challenge and seasons of ease. Trusting this flow means giving ourselves permission to pause when needed, to replenish our energy and reignite our passion. For Sarah, balancing work and trust meant setting clear priorities and boundaries. It meant giving herself permission to disconnect, to enjoy her life beyond work. It also meant trusting her team, understanding that empowering others not only lightened her load, but also fostered a culture of trust and collaboration. As we venture further into our voyage of trust, we begin to understand that this journey is not a linear path with a clear beginning and end. It's a spiral, looping and turning, bringing us ever closer to the core of our being. With each twist and turn, we're invited to embrace the entirety of our experiences, the triumphs and the setbacks, the clarity and the confusion. Embracing the journey means accepting that life is a mosaic of varied experiences, each piece essential, contributing to the beauty of the whole. It's about celebrating the small victories, those moments when we choose trust over fear, presence over distraction, and authenticity over pretense. These victories might seem inconsequential, but they are the silent warriors of our growth, shaping us subtly, yet profoundly. At the same time, embracing the journey also means acknowledging and learning from our setbacks. Setbacks are not roadblocks, they are detours, offering us new perspectives and opportunities for growth. They remind us that we are not defined by our challenges, but by how we respond to them. They teach us resilience, patience, and the art of finding grace in the face of adversity. For Sarah, embracing the journey meant recognizing each day as an opportunity for growth and discovery. It meant celebrating her progress, no matter how small, and learning from her setbacks without self-judgment. She learned to view her journey not as a quest for a destination, but as a continuous unfolding of her potential, an ever-evolving dance with life itself. As we near the end of our exploration, we reflect on the profound transformation that unfolds when we choose to weave trust into the fabric of our lives. This transformation is not just about changing what we do, but about changing how we see ourselves, others, and the world around us. It's a shift from a life of constant doing to a life of mindful being, from a life of noise to a life of harmony. A life transformed by trust is a life lived with open hands and an open heart. It's a life where each moment is a gift, not a given, where each interaction is an exchange of authenticity, not just pleasantries. In this life, we find peace not in the absence of challenges, but in our ability to face them with grace and courage. Sarah's life, once a whirlwind of deadlines and demands, became a journey of purpose and presence. Her relationships deepened, her health improved, and her work became a reflection of her truest self. She became a beacon of trust and balance, inspiring those around her to embark on their own journeys of transformation. Conclusion. As we conclude our exploration, let us hold on to the essence of what we've discovered. Let us remember that the journey of trust is not a destination to be reached, but a path to be walked, a series of steps taken one at a time, with intention and courage. It's a journey that asks us to be vulnerable, to be authentic, and to be open to the unfolding of life in all its complexity and beauty. In this journey, we are not alone. We walk together, each of us navigating our own path, yet connected by our shared quest for balance, peace, and fulfillment. As we move forward, let us carry the light of trust within us, illuminating our way and touching the lives of those we encounter. Let us start trusting, not just as an act, but as a way of being, transforming our lives and the world around us, one moment, one breath, one step at a time.